We are Cactus Wrestling. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.
Welcome back to Cactus Wrestling. We have the Journeyman Collegiate Wrestling duels where there are two pools of four teams competing. Day one. So today we're going to talk about day one. So the four teams in day one are Little Rock, Cornell, Pitt, and Iowa State. And we're not gonna break down every single match because that's just way too many, but we're gonna highlight the top ones that could be interesting, ones to keep an eye out for. And before we do that, shout out to Chris Peel.
Yeah, Coach Peel.
Love listening. Love that you love the channel. So figure we give you a shout out.
Anyway, so first one up, Cornell versus Pitt. I highlighted 5 matchups that could be interesting. And honestly, looking through this and seeing what Pitt did to Ohio State, I think Pitt might have a chance to beat Cornell. Call me crazy, but let's go through it. So first one, Colton Camacho versus Brett Unger. Camacho's actually beaten Unger 5-2 in 2021. That was the only time they matched up. And
yeah, Colton Camacho's usually pretty tough. Like overall, he's pretty stingy. So like, I mean, I don't think it's that outlandish that he beats Unger again.
Well, and he just beat Brendan McCrone too.
That's true. He did beat McCrone,
but he's not the best Camacho out there. He's 5-4 on the season, taking losses to Lehigh, Luke Stanek, Evan Alamaj of Navy.
Surprised if Unger took it, but I mean, I also wouldn't be shocked if Camacho took it. So
he lost to at the Clarion Open? Jax Forrest, 18-5.
So you got majored by Forrest.
Jax Forrest is a different animal, though. I mean, these high school guys, man, I'm telling you, this like 2024, 2025, 2026 class, I think they're really going to change college wrestling.
Well, we'll see about that.
I guess
33, it really depends on if Vito wrestles. I think if Vito wrestles, he'll beat Santaniello, but
no, that's like a foregone conclusion. Yeah, there's no way. Santaniello's not that. He's not Crookham.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why Vito wouldn't wrestle in this, but hey.
Why didn't he wrestle in Vegas? Like,
well, yeah, that's it. I wish college coaches were able to be a little bit more transparent about like, hey, like he's missing for this event, or he's banged up for this. Like, there's a lot of mysteries in wrestling, which I feel like makes it tough.
It's very unclear why they do or do not wrestle.
Because you want to, especially like if we want to grow wrestling, like the casual fan is going to be like, well, why is he not wrestling? And then they're like, oh, that's the funny part. Like, no one knows.
Yeah.
Like, we want to like get matches televised, and if guys are missing for whatever reason, it's tough to sell.
It's hard to
sell to like a casual.
Hype up these matchups, and then they don't if they don't happen. But
yeah.
So moving up to 141, Cole
Matthews. Wait, who's Cornell gonna have if it's not Vito?
I don't know.
I don't think it matters.
Ranked guy. I mean, I doubt that there's going to be someone
like Santaniello would win. That is what you're saying.
Yeah, if Vito doesn't wrestle, Santaniello should win.
In which case,
it could be possibly 6-0 or 3-3.
Right.
And going up to 41, Cole Matthews, who just took out Jesse Mendez, he'll have Vince Cornella. They've never wrestled.
They're both stingy, though. They're both tough to score on. They both like
which Cole Matthews is showing up? Is he Upset Nation, or is he just
Well, that's the thing. Like
the speed bump.
I think the same Cole Matthews has been there the entire season. The thing that Jesse Mendez did, though, he didn't wrestle him well. He didn't score on him early. All you have to do is get one takedown on Cole Matthews and beat him.
Yeah,
because he just tries to take it to overtime and steal a match.
I hope you're listening, Vince Cornella.
So,
Cole Matthews.
but
changed
that
the
being
game plan.
said, I mean, Cole Matthews, he was ranked
Yeah.
1 for a long time last season. He's
That's
the
true.
top wrestler, but he's never All American. No, he's All American.
No, he didn't last year. He did 2 years ago.
Right? Yeah, 2 years before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that will be an interesting one. I'm interested to see Holden Heller versus Julian Ramirez at 165.
Especially because they both have come off some pretty impressive. Well, I'd say Ramirez has got the really impressive win over Carr. But
Can Ramirez back it up though? Is the question.
and then didn't Heller major Wilcox?
Yeah, at Ohio State.
So like that was a pretty impressive win also.
Yeah, he's undefeated 7-0 this year. Isaac Wilcox, yeah, he majored 10-2.
Yeah, so I mean that's an impressive win by Heller. So
He's a very fun wrestler to watch. He's lanky, he's scrappy, he's funky. Both of them are very intentional with their shots.
learned that at Hofstra.
Now, we were just talking about this off camera. Apparently we might have an inside scoop on a Mr. Meyer Shapiro. Because the word is that from, I mean, we won't name names, but
One of his teammates
told us firsthand that he's not concussed. He just wrestled terribly.
So sorry, Meyer.
Too bad.
But I mean, that's actually good news, though. I would hate to see if he was actually
to bounce back a lot easier from a bad wrestling match than a concussion.
Well, and that also means he'll be wrestling at this event.
Yeah, hopefully.
And we'll get to an exciting matchup later. But just to finish, Cornell Pitt, 2 more matches. The other Heller brother versus Chris Foca at 184.
Heller's looking good, and Foca's
not looking good after Vegas.
Banged up knee, as we heard from his teammate as well. He's got that knee wrapped now every match.
Yeah, Reese Heller, 10-1 this year, and Foca did not look good at Vegas. He might be nursing an injury or whatnot, maybe adjusting to the weight, or maybe a combination. So we'll see what happens there. And then to round it out, 197, Max Stout versus Jacob Cardenas.
I like Cardenas.
Stout brothers.
Yeah, but I would favor Cardenas here.
Really?
Cardenas has been looking solid.
Yeah.
But Stout has 2.
I mean, yeah, but I still favor Cardenas.
He beat Luke Giog 7-1 of Ohio State.
He did beat up Giog, yeah.
He lost to Jackson Smith. He lost.
Maryland.
Oh, he got teched by Michael Maryland this year.
Smith has been looking really good though. It's like that's a good guy to lose to. It's not like a weird loss.
Yeah,
he's the pride of Maryland.
He really is. I mean, he's really putting that team on his back.
What do we think here between Cornell and Pitt? Who's going to win this?
Like, and everything in my brain is screaming Cornell, but for some reason I'm like, I really shouldn't undersell Pitt. But like for me, I gotta pick Cornell. I don't know. My gut goes with Cornell, despite Pitt's impressive performance over Ohio State.
For me, it's going to come down to if Shapiro wrestles and if Vito wrestles, and if they don't, then I'm going to definitely swing in Pitt's favor.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like Mike said, like Cornell is the better team, but that doesn't, Pitt wrestled great against Ohio State, but even Ohio State's like, yeah, we underperformed. So, yes, they had the recent victory over a big team. I think Cornell is still ranked ahead of Ohio State before that, though. So I'm gonna, if they have their 2 studs in there and the rest of their lineups looking, solid like it's supposed to, I'd say Cornell. But if they're missing some key guys, I could definitely see Pitt stealing this.
If they're missing some key guys, they forget about it.
Yeah. Don't slip on Pitt.
No,
sleep.
Don't slip on them. Well, if you slip on them too, that's also not good. You'll fall.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, but
so yeah, I think Cornell's got to get some bonus points from Vito and Shapiro to to lock this one down and hope to see return to form from Chris Foca. But I'll give Cornell the advantage, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pitt took it.
So we three of us going Cornell.
I think so.
Yeah, I gotta go Cornell.
Let's go Big Red.
So going to Pitt versus not Ohio, Iowa State. I only listed a couple matchups for this one. So Cole Matthews versus Ekamandia. What do you
I
guys
mean, that could be really interesting, or it could be like
yeah, it'd be
no
really
points
good.
get scored.
I think Echamendia might let it fly a little bit more, because, like Jack said, people kind of know that if you take down Cole Matthews earlier, you have a pretty good shot of beating him. I think
Right.
Echamendia is going to say, "Hey, neutral's my best position. I'm going to try to get after it early, and if I do, it'll put me in a good lead. And if we're close, then maybe I could, I was in an overtime match with Real Woods, who's another phenomenal wrestler,
I
and
mean, he didn't have a great Vegas though.
yeah. But hey, I mean, I think he's cutting a ton of weight. And
definitely
tournament,
Well, what's it called?
he is massive.
Dresser talked about it. He said he was only weighing like 145, 146 when he won the wrestle off for 49.
I don't know. I feel like a coach is going to say that. Like, we've seen pictures of him like sitting on your younger Bastida's shoulder when he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And I was like, he is the largest 141 I've ever seen in my life. Like, his legs are massive, his biceps, his chest, everything about him is huge, which makes me think he's cutting a lot, which would make a tournament a lot tougher for him to get through than a duel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
So, I think Cole Matthews is a counter wrestler. That's
Yeah.
that's his whole thing.
Well, which might actually make this match crazy because like Ekamandia might try something and then Matthews may counter it and then we get some crazy scramble going. But or it's just gonna be snooze fest.
I'm really interested to see 149 Finn Solomon versus Casey Swiderski. Finn Solomon, by all accounts, blew the match against Dylan D'Amelio at Ohio State, lost 12-11, and I didn't realize he was at NC State last year, transferred to Pitt. He's a freshman. What's up with
State loses some good
what's
transfers.
up with your former coach, Mike? Like, why does Pat Pop drive so many people away?
I don't know because he didn't really drive anyone away while he was with me at Bing. So,
but I mean, this is a battle of some tough guys at 149. Swiderski has had a good start to the season. If Solomon could take D'Amelio to the brink, maybe he could do the same against Swiderski.
Yeah, I mean that might be more of a toss up. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
And then the last weight I had for this duel is Dayton Pitzer versus Younger Bastida.
I got Younger.
I think Younger's really shown.
Oh, he's unreal.
His dominant. What was that? That takedown spread that I sent you guys. The points.
Oh yeah, no, he's
like
up 1 but scored 60 or something.
Yeah,
it's insane. He's the newer generation of heavyweights. They're lighter, they're faster, and they're just so athletic.
Yeah, he's unreal. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
But do you think Pitzer has a chance?
No.
Really?
Pitzer's a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler.
I don't see him upsetting Younger. No. Like I think Younger's just gonna work him. I mean, he consistently is scoring 20 points a match.
His pace is
what other heavyweight is consistently scoring that much?
So I mean, he's got a pace that's very hard to keep up with, even if you're a good heavyweight.
Yeah,
like I got Younger all day.
Who's winning this duel, Pitt or Iowa State?
Iowa State.
Yeah, I think Iowa State's the clear favorite here.
My gut is actually putting it in Pitt because after Iowa State, Iowa, I feel like Iowa State is going to somehow drop the ball.
Look at this guy with his crazy predictions.
Except he's not wearing a yellow shirt today.
Yeah, look at that guy with the green shirt.
Yeah. Well, no, I think Pitt takes Iowa State.
These hot takes.
All right. I mean, I think it'd be foolish to count out Pitt at this point.
Yeah,
Especially those Heller brothers. Those
Just
Heller
talking,
guys.
but Pitt might be able to take out Cornell. I don't think it's that outlandish to be like, oh, Pitt could also
matchups matter.
Well, that's
take
the
out
thing.
Pitt.
Those Heller guys, they score bonus points.
Yeah.
That's true. They are the threats for the pin and whatnot.
Dennis
Also-
Papadopoulos, man, lost some good talent with the Heller family, transferring out of Hofstra.
Unrelated, Finn Solomon though, he is. I knew I remembered his name. He's from Franklin Regional, same school as Spencer Lee.
That's right. Yes.
So he's a 3-time PA state finalist, 1-time PA state champ. He's got like 100+ wins, I think, as a senior or something. And he had over 83 pins in Pennsylvania.
Out of 100 wins.
Something like that.
I mean, that's pretty good pin
Yeah,
percentage.
he was 142 wins in high school, and like 83 of them were pins. So he's a dog. I mean, he's a good
pretty
wrestler.
solid pin percentage. You don't find that often.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about PA guys, obviously.
Obviously.
So
Naturally.
how about Cornell versus Iowa State? 3 huge matchups potentially in this one. Starting
Yeah,
at
this one, yeah, this
157.
is gonna be an exciting one. I'm looking forward.
Starting at 157. Meyer Shapiro versus Cody Chittum.
That's the match we've all been waiting for.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, you got the two premier freshmen that could be. I mean, this could be the start of a great rivalry, maybe. Like if they remain at the same weight over the next 4 seasons.
We almost saw it at Vegas, except Daniel Cardenas got in the way.
Yeah, he really did. He ruined that.
It's nice to see true freshman wrestling as well, with all like the holdbacks and red shirts and COVID years and whatnot. It's nice to see 2 like legit red shirt, not red shirt, but true freshmen just towing the line.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win this first matchup?
Oh
Shapiro.
my.
Yeah, Shapiro.
Even though he lost to Trevor Chumbley at Vegas.
Even though he lost to Trumbley.
I think mentally he got himself out of that after that first loss. I mean, Chittum's tough, but I think I feel like it's going to be like a 1 or 2 point match. Like I feel like it's going to be really close, but I'm leaning towards Meyer.
You guys were saying that Chittum was going to beat Jared Franek, and
I was about to say
next time they wrestle,
Franek,
he's going to beat Jared Franek. But you
Yes.
don't think he's going to beat
I think he will.
Shapiro?
Yeah. Yes, I really believe Shapiro is still in a title contention spot. I think that if he beat Franek, I'd be a lot more confident saying Chittum. But I think that like the matchup is a little weird. Franek is a very low scoring, keeps the match close. And from what we've seen from Shapiro, just watching him wrestle against Bryce Antonian, he's like, the more you let it fly, the better for me.
Yeah, I think because Meyer beat Andonian. Chittum didn't.
He got pinned by him.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like for one in that matchup. And then he lost to Franek. He didn't beat Franek. So
didn't do too well at Vegas, although
except Meyer majored Bryce Andonian.
Then he lost to Trevor Chumbley,
who could be a national champion.
Who's to say?
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, maybe he's a Grant Willits. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, the next matchup is the rematch of Julian Ramirez versus David Carr.
That could be. I mean, I honestly I think Carr's going to kill.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be like, it'll like.
Carr's going to be like, all right, I need to snap myself back into place, and
he's going to rock you for like
with this match.
Has a picture of him, and he's just going to crush it, like a whole montage of just like training for Ramirez. But
yeah, that was David Carr's 4th career loss.
Yeah, and I think I want to say his first, his second not at NCAA's.
Oh yeah, because he lost to Willits and he lost to O'Toole at NCAA.
So he's only had 2 regular season losses in his entire career.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
I have him. I think he's going to be
Cliff Keen. He lost to Ryan Deacon.
Yep.
A pretty solid guy to lose to too. National.
Pretty
champion.
good.
He's only the maximum amount of losses in a season David Carr has ever had is 1. So that by that logic,
he's done for the year.
Undefeated the rest of the season and win a national title.
Yeah, he's done losing this year.
I think that he's going to come in with such a chip on his shoulder. He's going to look for bonus points.
I mean,
Well, so they're one
I
and
don't
one in
think
their
that
careers. Julian Ramirez won 4-3, and then the previous time they matched up, Carr won 10-5. But that wasn't 3-point.
That wasn't. Yeah, that was a 2-point takedown. I could see. Look, I think he's really going to come back and be like, I gotta like right this ship kind of thing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be make a statement type match. He's going to really be trying to put the screws to him.
Love to see
I mean,
it.
hey, maybe Ramirez is going to be like, no, I got David Carr's number and it's mine, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You know, I think Carr's coming for blood.
Last matchup between Cornell and Iowa State that could be interesting. 184, Chris Foca versus Will Feldkamp.
Feldkamp.
Really?
I just like him.
I mean, Foca. I'm really low on Foca right now after Vegas. Like, I have no reason to think that he's gonna. I mean, not no reason, but like, I find it hard to believe that he's gonna beat Feldkamp when he got majored by two non-All-Americans.
But what did they both place at what did Feldkamp do at Vegas? I don't remember. I
He
don't
was
have
in
the
the
break.
finals
Yeah, he took second.
to Keckeisen.
Yeah,
I don't know, but Foca was what, third place last year?
that was a weight class down.
Yeah, but still.
Okay, but did you think he was going to get majored by two non-All-Americans?
Everyone's gonna have a bad match. It's fine.
It's twice in a row.
What's the matter? A bad tournament? You were just saying Meyer Shapiro is gonna bounce back.
Dude, he has a body of work that's different. Like he's a world champion.
Well,
Nothing in folk style wrestling. You're talking about a guy who was literally third place at NCAA's last year, and you're taking credit of a true freshman more than a guy who's proven it at this level.
I think he's a little banged up right now.
But Shapiro could be banged up too. Although
our source confirms that he's not, and that Foca is. Shout out to the source. Hope he's watching this. Actually, I don't even know if he watches the channel.
he should.
Yeah.
my money's on Feldkamp though. Feldkamp's unconventional. Feldkamp does weird things that he catches guys on. So, I mean, Trey Munoz was about to, double him for a takedown, and instead Munoz got pinned. So, I think Feldkamp's going to take Foca.
I actually have Feldkamp as well, but just because of his recent performances.
Yeah, like
I think Foca will probably bounce back towards the end of the season. I just think not a lot of time has passed since then.
But enough time for Shapiro to get it right, but not Foca.
Yeah, Shapiro's
well, I mean, over Chittum.
That dog in him.
So who's winning between Cornell and Iowa State?
I'm gonna say Cornell. I think.
Really?
You see, there's a part of me that wants to pick Iowa State, but
if they beat Iowa, it would have been a lot easier to pick.
If they beat Iowa, I would be picking Iowa State. But since they didn't, I feel like I got to favor Cornell.
Well, I mean, in the matchups we talked about, I think I picked majority for Iowa State.
No,
I have David.
I think it was 5-5.
We only did you did David Carr.
I picked Feldkamp and David Carr.
Shapiro over Chittum.
So I mean, the majority goes in their favor right now, but I think that Cornell just has a better lineup overall. Actually,
there's some other interesting ones like Brett Unger versus Kyson Tarakina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but Tarakina hasn't. I mean, other than majoring Barnett, is not really.
That's why I didn't really highlight. I mean, you also
he's Barnett's kryptonite.
Vince Cornell versus Ekamandia. Cornell lost to him 13-3 earlier in the year, so that was really a closely contested one. I think I have Iowa State winning this.
I can totally see it.
Iowa State did win Vegas, and Cornell did not.
But they didn't have veto.
That's true. That might have. I don't know if that would have pushed them over the top because they lost by like 40.
Because think about it, Evan Frost made the finals for Iowa State. So
Are you saying
but
Evan Frost wouldn't have made the finals?
if Vito was in there, it would have
Oh,
probably
because he
been
did
Vito
lose
versus
to Arini.
Iorini.
Right. That's fair. Yeah. But
Either
I
way,
mean, it's the-
I think Iowa State's got it.
I still I'm leaning towards Cornell. I think Cornell's gonna win the duel. I wouldn't say I'd be shocked if Iowa State did, but like I think Cornell's gonna.
I would be
Well,
remiss.
actually, if Ramirez beats Carr again, then
It's all ogre.
it's all ogre.
I would be remiss to not mention Little Rock. They do have one pretty good wrestler, Stephen Little at 197. There should be some good matchups between Little and Cardenas, Little and Max Stout.
They have
So-
another guy too. Let me think of his name.
What about Broderson?
They have Nasir Bailey. They have
Little
Nasir
and
Bailey.
Broderson. You don't think that'll be close?
I don't, sorry.
It probably won't.
But drop a comment down below. Which matchups are you excited for? And then do 1, 2, and 3. First matchup, Cornell Pitt. Who's winning that? Second one is Pitt versus Iowa State. Who's winning that? And then third is Cornell versus Iowa State. Who's winning that one? And then any of the matchups that we talked about, let us know what you think down below in the comment section. We'd love reading the comments. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out if you haven't done so already.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.